Okay, so I didn't want this whole channel to be about benchmarking, but a random viewer of mine commented, "Hey, Orbic Joys are really good for mining Verus," and I was like, "I've never even heard of Orbic Joy." So I Googled it and I looked at its specs, and I was like, "Holy!" And yeah, so here it is. This is the Orbic Joy. It came in. It was already, there's no setup process for it. But yeah, the interesting thing about this phone is that it's running a Snapdragon 680. So my Cat S48C phones are running Snapdragon 630s. So the 680, apparently all 8 cores can run up to 2.4 gigahertz. So like that's why I really, really, really want to benchmark this phone and see if it's worth it. There's not many of them on eBay. I think I picked up one of the last cheap ones. I think they're generally going for like 100, but I got mine for 20 USD, and then plus shipping, so it cost me about 50 Canadian to get this phone. But yeah, let's get it all set up, and we'll get her mining, and we'll take a look at the specs after everything's said and done. All right, so we've been running here for a little bit. We're running on luck pool again, so we get a nice 24-hour graph. We can see our 24-hour average. But yeah, we're resting around, 5.5, 5.6. That's a little bit more than those TCL 10s that I reviewed, but a little bit less than the Cricket phones. So yeah. Let's take a look at the specs of the phone and we'll go over that. So this is the Orbic Joy, a phone I've never heard of. It's running Android 12. It's got 3 gigabytes of RAM with a 32 gigabyte storage, and it's got a Snapdragon 680, and 8 of those cores are running at 2.4 gigahertz. Now, the really weird thing about this phone is it's got a very, very good processor, but everything else about it is terrible. Like even the front camera is only 5 megapixels. So like it's a weird phone. It's just they cheaped out on so much, but except for the processor. So yeah, let's take a look at the luck pulse chart here and we'll see how we're doing. So here's our luck pool stats, and it is quite impressive. Let's turn off the now because that isn't important. But let's look at our 24-hour average here. We are getting like 6.10. Like it hovers between 6 to 6 point like 1. That is like that's insane. This is the best mining phone I own right now, which is saying a lot, and I am highly impressed with this phone at the moment. Like, let's go to my main page here. These phone, it's so far that it's doing comparable to my dream phones, which are averaging 6.27. So maybe not, but this is averaging hours 6 hours. But I think they're averaging just below the Dream phone. So I'll take that back. It isn't the best one I have, but I mean, out of the majority of the Dreams, it's doing better than the Dream phones. But yeah, back to here. It's very impressive, and for the price they paid for it, very good. And yeah, I will give my final thoughts on it right now. So my final thoughts on the phone, like, what an amazing mining phone. One of the best I've seen. That is like averaging 6.1 megahash. That is mint. Now, the caveat of that is that there isn't many of these on eBay, and to buy them in lots. I found one link to buy them in lots. I will link that down below. But to find them cheap, there was only 2 of them on there when I went on eBay, and they were super cheap, and I bought one of them, and if it was good, I was gonna quickly snag up the other one, but it got snagged up. So yeah, they're hard to come by. But if you do come by them, 100% buy them for sure. Like what a great phone. Oh, one thing about buying these phones. A viewer of mine, actually a friend of mine in the Discord, he bought one of these phones brand new from Walmart, and it was a Verizon. Now I don't know if this is just strictly because of Verizon, but he needed to do a Verizon activation, so he had to go out or I don't know if he has yet, but you need a Verizon SIM card to activate the phone to get into the main screen. So that is a caveat of this phone. But other than that, if you buy these phones used and they're already activated, like, good, great, buy them for sure. And yeah, I might try to get a few more of these phones for my farm. They seem to be run very well. Everything works smooth. It's a good phone. I think it's top 2 of the phones that I have that mine. So yeah, and for the price that I paid, like if I was in the States, that shipping would be way, way cheaper, and I would have gone that for way less. So yeah, I would definitely pick up this phone for mining. Yeah. So all my links for my social media will be down below. My link for my Discord will be down below. And you know what? All my affiliate links will be down below as well. Every time you use my affiliate links, it helps me grow this channel. It's these phones that I buy, they're not free, right? So I need to, you gotta hustle a little bit. Anyways, thanks for watching, and you guys have yourself a good one.